And we're back, guys, with Rogue Actions Part 2. Welcome back to another Ripper video. If you're brand new to this channel, smash that red button. It is super, super important to help us grow this awesome channel. We got our boy Cubs back again for a Monday morning, rolled out of bed, nice and early. How are you, my friend? Everything well?
Great. I didn't just roll out of bed. I've actually been up for several hours. I went to the gym this morning.
Oh, you have. Whatever. Yeah. Right.
No, come smell my armpits. I'll tell you the truth.
Lucky there's no smell-o-vision on these videos for both of us. It would be toxic and horrific. It would not end very well at all. Now, again, we need to talk, of course, Kenobi's been released. The event was fantastic. Cubs, thoroughly enjoyed it. I've played it right through. Again, it's really, really fun. I have a guide coming out actually on completing it, the whole thing, with no mods.
Oh,
no mods on it. Yeah.
Well, I believe it. This was maybe the easiest unlock event ever.
It is. There is no doubt. No doubt in my mind.
If there was an auto button, it definitely would have been successful.
That's the only thing missing. Honestly, I've completed it with no mods. Check out the video. There's a walkthrough, step-by-step guide, so you don't even have to worry about mods. So
Did you try to lose?
Well, how can you try to lose? You can't lose. It's not possible.
I know. I really don't think it's possible. If you've got, I mean, obviously you have to have a certain amount of gear, so.
Yeah. Well, you have to hit minimum relic levels to use the characters in the event. That's all you need. Anyway, we'll talk about that on the video. Check it out, guys. Link will be below. We'll get after it. But we need to talk about Kenobi and the best lineups, Cubs. That's the trick. The best lineups so far that we've seen. So I've seen a couple, not too many. And surprise, surprise, the most popular ones include Ki-Adi-Mundi. That's certainly the staple at this stage anyway. For a Galactic Kenobi lineup. The other ones we've actually seen, I mean, they include gas as a fundamental component, of course. We've also seen General Kenobi, you know, the old school GK, still doing the business, just taking the hits, big tank, letting everyone do their thing. So those three have certainly been fundamental, but we've seen Snips, of course, in there as well with all those extra assists and those extra hits. She's been really, really popular in those lineups too. But yeah, Cam's certainly an anchor in that team and a lot more helpful, makes them a lot better, doesn't it, Cubs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Cam is going to be a must for this team down the line. I don't think that he is a character that you have to have fun with Kenobi, but if you're going to have the best lineup, I do think Cam's going to be involved in all of those. A sleeper lineup that I kind of discovered, maybe not discovered, but just tried out and had a lot of success with too, though, was going full Galactic Republic in lieu of Jedi. And we actually didn't even have Cam on Nem's account. We were using Padme, Kenobi, and the two Anakins, Gas and JKA. And that team actually did work on a lot of things. It actually felt the most confident against Sith Eternal, which makes sense because no Jedi. And it was beating everything. So that one was really good. No idea how it does on defense, but I think there's a lot of options here. And I think that we'll probably carve out a pretty specific team once Commander Ahsoka Tano hits. It's definitely going to be Jedi Master Kenobi, Cam, Ahsoka Tano, and then those other two, probably Kenobi, probably GK, and the last one probably be a little more flex.
Yeah. Again, you'll definitely have plug and play options that will work in there. I've tried things like Wat Tambor, not great. One of the things that, Wat Tambor does not work with at this point, which is quite strange. But yeah, Commander Tano, when she drops, she's just going to slot straight in there. We expect.
There's no way she doesn't. I'd be shocked.
That's it. Yeah. Also, I've seen one or two also with 3PO in the lineup for those that haven't had Cam as well. 3PO's been thrown in there again. I would expect, with the extra assist, throwing some translation around the place, bit of confusion that can't hurt either. So 3PO I've seen around the traps as well, and that's been in the top 20 in arena here and there too. So there's a few lineups so far, guys. If you've got yourself a Kenobi, but yeah, I think it's just a matter of time and a little bit more play. We haven't had enough. Haven't been able to sink our teeth in enough yet time frame wise to really get down to what does work better and what doesn't, Cubs, I think, do we?
Agreed. A lot more info will come as time goes on.
I believe so. Guys, give us your other lineups in the comments below. Let us know what you guys think. We would love to know. And again, if you've got Kenobi, let us know if you like him or do you like the other ones better? We'd love to hear that as well. Our next topic is, of course, the 212th faction. Now, why are we bringing this up, Cubs? This is why. If you go to swiggo.gg, right? If you go to GG and you hit the filter button at the very first, at the top, I think this has been here for a little while, but there is the 212th faction tag. Now, this, as I said, it may have been there. However, it is the only faction tag in that list that is not in the game. That's the thing. I've been through it, scroll through all you like, but every other faction that's in there is in the game except for the 212th, which raised my eyebrows a little bit, and they're not small eyebrows, right? So, anyway, but I found it really fascinating. And now we've seen, of course, the new Kenobi event has some of the 212th characters in it, the veteran and those characters in there. Is there a possibility that we'll see those guys hit the game?
So the only thing I have seen that makes me wonder is this on .gg, because .gg, they pull directly from the data mines. They've got connections with CG. And so the fact that that's showing there makes me wonder. I don't know how long that's been there, though. That could also, I mean, if that's, I've never noticed it until you pointed it out. And so if that's been there, chat will have to let us know. Maybe that's been there for months and months and months or even years. And if so, then I would say it means absolutely nothing. But kind of where I am thinking with the characters that we saw in the event is those were canned characters. It was the reskinned 501st. Yeah. That does not scream to me new characters coming to the game at all. They were generic names. It just didn't look like future marquee characters to me at all. Now, if they had new flushed out characters with new abilities, with new functionality and everything, with names and that kind of thing, I might be a little more inclined to think that they're going to do that. But I don't see them necessarily jumping on a 212th right now based on what I've seen. The only thing I've seen that makes me wonder is this thing on .gg. But if that's been there for a while, then I would say this probably means nothing. So I think... I don't really think that this is happening right now. If I were to bet, I would say this probably means nothing.
Yeah, and look, I think that might be the case. I mean, we don't know. It's probably been there for a while, but it is strange to have a faction tag for a faction that's not in the game. Like, that's the only one. If there was 3 or 4 in there that were a bit all over the place, well, that again would make sense. But to have one faction in the filter, unused, it just, call me sus, call me skeptic. I don't know, but I just think that that's really, really a strange thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the only 212th, is Cody. I mean, he's the only one in there. And I'd like to see Cody used more. I think that he should be a lot more powerful than he is in the game. I think that's my opinion anyway. But Cubs, would you like to see a 212th? Would you like to see Cody get some better synergy with someone?
I mean, is the Pope a Catholic? Like, of course, I would love to see the 212th faction in the game. I think that'd be great, and I'd love to see a full team that we could use that could kind of be similar to what we have with the 501st right now, and have it be all clones. I would love that. There's nothing in my mind wrong about that. I just don't think CG's doing it right now, is all.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. Absolutely. So, guys, let us know. Do you want the 212th? Yes, no, maybe. Do you like the characters that are in the game? Would you like to see the captain or the veteran included in the game? Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Would be great to know. Viewers' choice question, Cubs. We're up to the viewers' choice question. Cubs does not see this, guys. This is something we do every single week. We take a question. If you go to the description below, there's a link to the Discord server. Jump in there. There's a channel called Rogue Actions Topics. Pop your question in there. Really, really simple. It's a good question. We ask it. If it's not, we won't ask it straight up. So we got a ripper question, of course, centered around Relic 9. And we do need to talk about this because before we get into the question, I was really surprised that, yes, Relic 9 ain't coming yet. That's great. But we could see it in a few months. Not a year. We could see it in a few months. And I don't know about you, Cubs, but I'm thinking that might be a bit too soon. But no, actually, can I ask you about that? Do you think it's too soon for Relic 9? Or would you like a bit more time with Relic 8? Or what's your opinion?
That's the question. Is it too soon for Relic 9?
That's not the question. That's mine. I'll ask the viewer question in a sec. It's kind of pertains. Yeah.
So I will never not answer yes to that question. It is too soon. Like, it could be 3 years from now, and I would say yes, it's too soon. Like, I don't want that to ever happen.
Okay, cool. Well, Scruffy's question. So thank you, Scruffy. This is Scruffy's question. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. The question is this: Crumb did confirm no new raids. We talked about that already. There's no new raids coming. Too much work. Too quickly decoded. Not worth it. That's, he's mentioned that, and we understand why. It makes sense. But the challenge pit raid wasn't exactly a new raid, more like an upgraded raid. Do you think that it's possible that they might give us an upgraded challenge AAT raid in which Relic 9 materials can be acquired?
That could potentially be how they do it. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I think by and large, the challenge to your Rancor has been a success for them. Yeah. I think. I don't think it's a screaming success. I don't think it's something that everybody is beyond hyped for. But it definitely revitalized the interest in raids. It definitely increased coordination with raids and brought some fun back to raids. And so I could absolutely see them exploring that with all 3 raids eventually. Yeah. And maybe that would be how they do relics. I kind of hope they don't do it that way, but I don't want to see Relic 9 materials at all in the game because the grind to get to Relic 8 already is significant. I think that we need a lot more accessibility to Relic 8 materials before we even think about doing Relic 9. And so
and a lot more of the ones below that, as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've been sitting, so I'm farming for Kenobi. And I've been sitting with a Relic 5, Shaak Ti, and Yoda. Both need to go up to Relic 7 and Relic 8, respectively. And I've been sitting at Relic 5 for both of them. Haven't been able to take either of them to Relic 6 because of how long that grind is. And for like a week at least. It's crazy how long it takes to get all that stuff. So my opinion, before they start thinking about increasing gear gates and relic gates and all of that, we really just need to see some alleviation of that crunch, the gear crunch, the relic crunch, the everything in between. And this game has never really addressed that. And no. I'm continually disappointed by that. And they said in their post when they did the whole doubling of the shard drops, they mentioned that they were going to be looking at doing something similar with gear. And we've heard crickets about that. And so
we heard Relic 9. We heard an increase on the grind, didn't we?
Yeah, well, CG Logic. Here's your help. We'll help you with the gear crunch by adding to the gear crunch. Yay, we addressed it.
But to get to Relic 9, because we know that they changed the Challenge Rancor, if you remember, it was the timed drop battle version for a while there. Mm-hmm. And then they obviously opened it back up again. But they did say they were going to come back around again.
Yeah.
To the time deployment, in a guild. I can see the Relic 9 Challenge Rancor raid. If that happens, we're going to get back to the point that everyone's going to be stacking their damage again.
Yeah.
Back to that because they do want to bring that back. They want that challenge. That's going to hurt, again, a lot of guilds that are time zone mixed. It really will, but I can just certainly see that being a possibility, which certainly concerns me a lot.
We'll see what they do. We don't need to panic just yet. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it should surprise anyone, in my opinion, that it's on their mind. Of course, they're always going to be thinking about what's the next thing. Whales are going to whale, and there's going to be a point where they've got to increase what whales need to whale on. And so it doesn't surprise me. I just hope that they do some things to alleviate the current crunch before they go there.
Yep, no, absolutely. Let us know what you what you guys think in the comments below. Are you ready for a new tank raid, challenge tank raid? What are your thoughts? Did you want it time battle? Do you not? Let us know what you reckon. And yeah, look, I enjoyed the tank raid. I like the Rancor raid better. That's a lot more fun. I really, really do enjoy that. Mechanics behind it are fantastic. So guys, let us know in the comments below, and yeah, we'll see where we go from here. But right. Cub, once again, my friend, it's been an absolute pleasure. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Big week, streaming again, obviously on Twitch. You'll find us both on Twitch during the week and our last week of GAC. Hey, how's your GAC looking on the way out, Cubs? Is it good? You're tracking okay?
Yeah, I just won 2 brackets in a row.
Oh, well done. Killing it. Fantastic. Yeah, no, I am shooting for Kyber this time as well. Need to have a good few.
Wait, have you made Kyber before?
I have made it before, yes. Yeah, did a little while ago. I'm due again. I need, going to this round of 3, I need 10K. 10K, and then I'm home.
You're 10K away from Kyber right now?
Kyber, yeah.
Nice. You should do it then, I would expect.
Yeah, that's the plan. So we'll give it a shot. But, hey, I'm like CG, guys. I'm subject to change. So we'll get after it. We'll see how we go. Love you, Cubs. Thanks for being amazing.
Right.
Have a great week. We'll see you all on the flip side, guys. Catch you next week. Bye, guys.
See you guys. Bye.